All right, riders and learners, what's going on? It's Merck's Moto again, just sharing a little customization video. So, whoops. All right, that is that's a video of me dropping things. So, for this video, showing some customization with the two major brands that I usually use for anything, which is Motone Customs in the UK, and then I also use RevZilla, which is a larger company that distributes a lot of motorcycle gear, parts, accessories, etc. So here I realized I needed something called a bobbin. So, excuse my voice. I don't know what's going on today, but this one, it's that brass aesthetic. If you've been watching some other videos, you know that I'm into that right now. But also, it's gonna help me elevate the bike with a rear paddock stand. So there's that brass look, but also that space that it has makes the elevation of the bike when you're using the paddock stand a lot easier. So one part here, I want to show the install of the bobbins, but also the paddock stand as well. So with these bobbins, I'm not going to show you this entire boring video of me screwing this in because that would take forever. But as you can see, it's actually a very easy install. All you're doing is putting it in where the axle is for the rear wheel and just rotating it until it's fully in. Now, I didn't use a tool that I probably could have used a tool or a wrench to tighten it at the end, but you can usually do it by hand. Like I said before, the reason I needed this, not only do I have the ability to raise the bike up a little bit with the use of this in the paddock stand, and you'll see later how the paddock stand does catch on to that bobbin. But also for future use of getting underneath the bike to do any other sort of customization, which I have in mind over the next month or so. So I'm going to actually show you the website on here in a few where you can find this particular bobbin. All right, so I think they come in, a silver or a chrome, and they come in this particular brass look. So you go to Motone Customs, it's the UK site, and I believe it's called it's Professor Axelrod. I don't know if it's Professor. I don't know if it's professional. I have no idea. It'd be a little strange if it was Professor. But I'm going to show you here. You go all the way down, click on that, right? And it has that beautiful brass finish. Also, all the prices are in pounds. So you'll have to do, just know for a fact the conversion. And that's the paddock stand. So that's the back wheel paddock stand, not the front one. All right, the front one looks a little bit different. And I actually bought that too for when I'm actually working on the exhaust. So once you get to the other side, all you have to do is just turn that in and tighten that as well. Now, I would recommend you tightening it with a wrench or another tool to make sure that it's tight on both sides. But for this video, I'm just using my hand. So in addition to this, I'm going to show you how to use this paddock stand. They have the two bolts at the end, and you'll need to loosen them first, just so that you can manipulate I'm not even sure what you'd call that. I'm going to just call it the link, the link to the rear of the axle, right? Or fork, if you will. So those two forks at the end, they connect with those bobbins, all right? Makes it a lot easier to lift the bike up. And once you do that, you'll be able to manipulate raising up the bike. So once I'm here putting on my gloves because I realize I need some help. So once you loosen that up, you're able to turn that fork or that link around so that it can best measure up to the back of the rear of your bike, near that rear wheel. So once you measure it, I'm actually going to need to probably take that all the way off, right? Because the fork is definitely pointing the wrong way. But once you turn it towards the bike, the tricky part is measuring where that link is gonna kind of connect to the rear axle of the bike. So you see there I have to flip it entirely around and just put it back on. So that may take a little bit of trial and error at some point. But once you do that, it's actually very easy to connect it to the back rear wheel and the axles there. And in this case, the bobbins. That's why I'm doing this video together. So you can see how easy it is to connect to that. But once you do that, it's pretty solid. Now you'll need to tighten it, of course, right? So that it doesn't get loose as you're trying to lift the bike up. Now you'll probably see once I get into this with the bike, I did not think of a few things. One, I should have showed you that you need to, underneath the kickstand, you need to put something not too high and not too low to raise the bike up just a little bit before doing this. It's gonna make it a lot easier. I'm gonna show you probably the hard way to do this, which is me using my body weight and pushing down on the paddock stand. You could do this, but it's a lot easier if you put something underneath the kickstand to help you. So the kickstand, sorry, not the kickstand, the rear paddock I got from RevZilla, and I showed you earlier, and I also put the link in the description. And the bobbins, the professional Professor bobbins, who knows? These bad boys I got off Motone Customs. So I do plan on using this a lot to clean the chain. That'll be another video upcoming. But now I'm going to use both the rear and the front paddock stands as I start to change out the exhaust. Get the cat delete. I'm going to get the slash cut pipes as well. So I'm going to need both to really elevate the bike so I can get it underneath the motorcycle. So that's all. It's a short video today. Hope it helps. I'll put the link to all the gear at the bottom. Hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching another video. See ya.